Heads up, hostiles in the area.
Cómo me gustaba estar arreglando los cacharros.
Llamero es el tinto. Qué ganas de bailar.
El man no anda al pedo. Quiere mamarse.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
glad.
so what's up, V-Lad?
So let's talk about I mean, you're in hip hop. You're in hip hop, right?
Yeah,
you're in,
yeah.
You're in hip hop for a long time. Brand Nubians. I mean, you were killing it. So what do you think about today's rappers? Because let me tell you something. I DJ'd for a long time. I DJ'd for a really long time. Really long time, and you know,
we never heard you.
And I got the bike. I did like mixtapes for a long time. All right, and I made lots. And hey, listen, I made a lot of money. I made lots of money. I made lots of money, and now I'm doing my show, which has 5 million subscribers, and that's the reason why you're on here, because you're trying to get some attention. Anyway, so what do you think about the state of hip hop? Because I think that there are some artists that are way better than new artists. That's all I'm saying. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? So I mean, how do you feel about the state of hip hop right now?
Pretty good.
That wasn't bad, right? But
Nah, but like, so when he did the whole bullshit with Farrakhan and all that,
yes.
he put us in a position where it was like, yo, bro, like, because I feel like I was in a position where I was used to saving this guy from himself a lot of times. When he might be on the when he might be on the wrong position, I'd be like, yo, lad, that's not a good look. You need to do this. And he would do it as a friend. He would do it as a friend. Like I would try to I would try to counsel him.
Yes.
And he would take the counsel.
Yes.
Right? So, and there was times where I gave him counsel where it got him out of super jams. Okay? Super jams.
Right.
Super
I got
jams.
you. I got you.
Right?
I got
So, where he was ready to offer other people money for their services, and I'm like, I'm the one that gave you the fucking advice, bro. You're not offering me shit.
Yeah.
Heads up, hostile
Okay?
presence.
But anyway, so when it got with this whole shit, with the Farrakhan shit, it was like, yo, now people is like, yo, your man Vlad,
Got another tango.
and you be going on his shit,
And baby
you
makes
know?
3.
And it's like, yo, bro, yo, niggas is coming at me now, like, you know what I mean?
Like you
Like
was the problem.
This is a backlashing on me. Your fucking stance on this is backlashing on me.
Did they give you a call?
People that were doing that?
No.
Makes
People,
five.
People, the
just
public.
in general,
Yeah.
the
Marking
whole
an enemy.
consensus was, yo, this nigga's disrespecting the minister.
Yeah, but y'all.
And you are standing with this dude.
You found out earlier than me because during COVID, I was still doing some Vlad interviews, at the crib. And so I got the call from West Coast Cam. Sent me a remember Cam
I know what-
sent me a video like he said, "Yo God, I need to talk to you, man, real quick, boom boom." Then I get DMs going, "Oh, so you gonna keep tap dancing for this motherfucker?" But I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I had just filmed with Vlad, and I didn't know. And so and Vlad goes, "Yo, man, are we cool? I just want to know, make sure that everything's cool.
Got it, moving.
Everything's all right." I go, what are you talking about? I was like, he's like, "No, there was just some shit that went down,
Target
and
marked.
I just want to make sure that we're cool."
Let me get a good sight line.
I get the messages, Royce to Fight 9, all these motherfuckers, and then
Target acquired. Standing by.
his grandson, Elijah, says, "Brother, can we talk to you? We want to holler at you and Lord Jamal about something." And I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Hold on,
And then
let me get
I
a good
called
sight
you,
line.
right? And then we talked, and he goes, "Yo, there's some
Ready
shit
to
that just
engage.
hit the fan, blah blah blah." And then we had a big conference call, and we actually, as men, called fucking Vlad himself
I was like,
as a friend.
Listen, I called him and I
Yes.
was like, "Yo,
Yes.
we need to talk to this nigga."
One-on-one.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
because this some bullshit. We
Yeah.
need to let this nigga know, like, yo,
This is
he
not
needs
right.
to change his stance on this.
Yeah.
And if he don't fucking change his stance, yo, bro, we need to stop fucking with him, man.
Yeah.
Because this is some bullshit.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
Yes.
We need to take a stand on this shit because
Yeah.
this is making us look bad right now.
Yeah.
And that ain't cool.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
Nope.
And so he said, "Yeah, all right." So boom, we called him, and we like, "Yo, we gonna give him a chance as a friend."
We said, let's
Like, you know
not
what I
talk
mean?
behind your back and talk
And,
friends.
and ain't nobody do no sucker shit like record.
Nah, hell no.
Lost visual on the
No
target.
dumb
Say the
shit
word,
like
boss.
that.
Straight
You
up.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
We called them like, man,
Ready
on
to
the fucking
engage.
three-way. Boom. Yo, Vlad, yo, check it out. Yeah, it's me and Godfrey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Boom, bam, boom.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, man. You know what I mean? This whole shit
Say the word,
with
boss.
the Farrakhan shit, and I feel like this is how it
Lost
first
my
was
target.
said. Like, yo, bro,
We got civilians dangerously
Kinda need
close.
to, like-
Check your target. Engaging. Tango down.
you know what I mean? Like, so that's how
I'm not a power.
That was close.
you know what I mean?
No, he said he sent out a thing. Remember, he sent out.
I sent out a little, sort of an apology, like a thing that I made a mistake.
I said, "You didn't say sorry,
That
bro."
that ain't a real like.
It was bullshit. It was like a company when a company's racially discriminating against you.
It's
The management.
the apology, not apology.
But first of all, he made Nick Cannon apologize for what he said,
Coopere
and
todo
Nick
salto
did it.
bien.
Because well, Nick had a lot to lose. I'm glad Nick did it because he hires a lot of African Americans. Nick apologized, and you even told me he's not even a practicing. You know what? He's an atheist.
Nas. Yeah.
No, he's an atheist.
Right.
And so all of a sudden,
I've seen him eat pork.
Took you so long.
and you know what? And because his girls be making pork for him.
Silencio. Marche.
So then,
Quédate quieto.
and then he goes.
When you
he
wake
goes,
up, I want you to
he's
tell
not,
your
he's
friends
not,
of the blood
as
spilled
soon
in
as
the dirt
a
here.
black
How
dude
you
says
wailed for
something
your
about,
mama. And I want you to tell him we're coming for them next.
his folks.
Understand?
All of a sudden, he turns into, "Fuck you, black dude, don't talk shit about me,
Fucking
blah, blah,
thug.
blah." And he goes,
He's
he
like
needs to
getting
apologize. All of a
bullied.
sudden, the
Shit, that
superiority
would've been
thing
a
comes in.
Now
Nick
everybody
did,
knows he's a
and then
punk.
you
The
can't do
rebels are
that
gonna make
for
his
us.
life
And
hell.
whether you like Farrakhan or not, whether you like Al Sharpton, whatever, those are people that represent us. They're not perfect, we
go.
get it. And no one's nobody perfect.
But Farrakhan is
I'm in.
still
Let's go.
revered
Big time.
in the black community.
Big time.
And I don't give
Big time.
Your personal feelings are you're not going to disrespect the man amongst black people. It's just not gonna happen.
What he said wasn't even right.
It wasn't even wrong.
Bad faith argument that he made. He knew that it was hyperbole with what he said. In fact, he said the thing was they need to be hit with the rock of truth.
Yes,
That's
it
what
was-
it was.
it was-
So
it was
what he was saying
figurative.
wasn't even the truth in the first
It was
place.
figurative, and he said that,
And
and I
he
go,
knew it was figurative.
and yeah.
So it got to a point where we tried to give him the easy way.
Yes, we did.
And he didn't want
And,
that.
and he was like, well, yo, fuck that. He still said negative shit about Jewish
Spotting
people.
another tango.
You know, basically, I'm not fucking with
Got
him.
a third target.
And so then it
I've
was
got
like,
eyes on the
so
captain.
then I came at him with the gangster shit. I ain't gonna lie.
As you should.
I'm like, yo, bro, if you don't fucking apologize, bro, like not, like really now it's. I said,
I got eyes
said
on a
something
weapons
to the
case.
effect of, Now it's time. It's past the point of even asking anymore.
Right.
I said, bro, you need to apologize.
Back it up. Back it
If
up.
you don't apologize, we not fucking with you no more.
He still stood
And
on
he
10
said-
toes.
Frag
He
out.
said-
Come mierda, culeros.
Well, I'm not
Bullied.
I'm not gonna be bullied into
Yeah, oh, he did that. Their black
I'm not gonna be
aggression.
bullied into apologizing.
Clear.
The black aggression wasn't working for him because he usually have aggression when brothers are telling on each other. You know,
loves that.
he likes that when we're being foolish, but you know when
Now
he's
when we
wrong,
standing on black business is a problem.
right? That's now and then and I know he gave some jabs about us on other interviews and shit.
I haven't watched him because if I did, I probably would fucking.
Sure are a lot of lights and switches up
Yeah,
here.
and I mean,
Have you seen his new fucking haircut?
No, I haven't seen any. I haven't seen none. I just seen. I think we have the same barber Tim.
His new fucking cut, the way his fucking hair looks right now,
It's angry.
right here, it's just, it is angry.
And the people were like, "You got beef with Black?" I never had beef with him, man. We just didn't agree on his what he
But
believed
why
in.
wouldn't you have beef with him? He
But he-
disrespected.
No, he
the
did.
culture.
No,
he
fine.
disrespected.
But I'm not going around saying crazy shit
No,
about him.
no, I get it. But
Yeah.
you're a culture vulture. Fuck
What's
you.
crazy
Yeah.
is he has the nerve to pay for interviews.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yes, he's paying. Oh, so he didn't pay y'all.
And that
No.
was the beef.
Did-
That no.
That was
He didn't
Marlon
pay
Wayans.
me, but he had
That
me.
was the
He-
beef with Marlon Wayans. Marlon
Yeah.
Wayans won 40 grand
Hold
plus
up. We got hostile activity.
like a cut of the percentage of the revenue. Now, what's even more a slap in the face? I just saw an interview where he was on Mass Hoffa.
We rattled somebody's cage.
Yes, where he said he was being an asshole
Okay, we're cool.
to Marlon, and he apologized to Marlon Wayans.
I don't know if that's true. Is it?
I watched the fucking interview, bro. What are you talking about?
Or he apologized?
He said out of his own mouth, he said, I was being an asshole. He said, and I apologized
Because he went to
to
Shay Shay.
Marlon
That's why.
Wayans.
But but
So hold up.
Why
so,
is that?
So hold up. You can apologize to Marlon Wayans, but not minister.
But it's a different time. It's a different time.
Check
he
it out.
sees
Weapons
the writing
case.
on the
You
wall.
can apologize
at
to the
the
guy that made
entertainment.
white chicks,
Here's the
but
thing.
you can't apologize to the guy that organized the
Yeah,
Million
but
Man
he's-
March.
But he's
seeing
looking
the
at it
writing
as
on
an
the wall
entertainment.
because of the fact that everybody's turning against Vlad. Because now we're seeing that Vlad is a culture vulture, and that he's been stirring up shit in the black community, and he's made his millions on black culture. And so now everybody's, if you're going to do it, everybody's getting paid. And if they do it, he's got to start acting right, because before everybody was like, oh, I'll just do it for the exposure. I'll just do it. And that's dead now because he's a dirtbag. Everybody sees him as a dirtbag. I don't even, when he comes up on my feed, I don't even click. The first thing I
got
do is
C4
I
primed.
click on it and I go, don't have it
come up on my
don't put this on my feed. I reject it and I report it because he's a culture vulture, and we shouldn't do that.
So that's yeah. So and there's some stuff I'll watch if I go, oh, this guy's on there, because there's some guys that still do it.
He gets no views from me. If you on there,
Michael Jai
I won't
White
know.
is on there, and who else? DL still goes
And I
on
get
there.
it, they getting a check.
TK, which is fine. Dude, he's paying them.
None of that shit.
And he wanted me to host, do some guest hosting. He was going to pay me.
He was gonna do the same
Right,
thing
you're
to me
right.
before this shit happened.
Yeah,
Loaded
before it
that bird
happened.
on
Yeah,
patrol.
he was
Watch
going
out.
to pay. So
That woke him up.
This video is sponsored by Audible. To get a free audiobook like Game of Thrones or Dune or Wheel of Time, sign up for a trial at the link below. Game of Thrones author George Martin said he likes Tyrion Lannister. Tyrion is the villain in the books, but there's nothing like a good villain. The first few seasons of the Thrones TV show are a pretty close adaptation of the books. Tyrion is a smart, funny dwarf who uses his wits in politics, but feels rejected and unloved. When he's condemned for a crime that he didn't commit, he kills his father Tywin and his lover Shae. But after season 4, Tyrion in the show becomes a totally different character to Tyrion in the books. In the show, Tyrion joins Daenerys because he believes she will make the world better. He tries to help her take the throne without killing innocent people, and with
Hello, y'all. I was selling crack on a private jet up in the hell and back. But no confusion, it's a reunion. Hello, y'all. Welcome back. Get Burner here. He counting money. He said, can't make reunion.
We got rebels throwing down with the
I'm only
cartel.
here to shit on niggas and piss on bitches. Welcome, man. I put jewelry and bikes, nigga. Black Benzes and white figures. Now I'm out here and I'm looking for
good?
more
Shit got close
chandeliers
for a
and
second
light
there.
fixtures. Nah. I don't like niggas. What's wrong with me? I'm a hype nigga, but this 44 turn to Michael Jordan. Now I'm looking, say, take flight.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and New York, just to name a few. Underdog is offering promos every day all October, so make sure to use code MACE, CAM, or STAT to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash with your first deposit and get a Joe Burrow free pick. He just needs 1 yard for you to get your money up, so when you sign up, support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog app today. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your host, Mace and King.
Killer, what's good?
Hey, bro, how you today, man?
Chillin', man. Chillin'.
Deploying drone.
I'm gonna wait.
Okay. Today we are joined with our analyst, Maurice Claret.
Mo, what's good, Mo?
Everything, life is good. Always good when you join the show.
Good, man.
Never a bad day.
That's what I like to hear, Mo.
Got
That's what I
mine.
like to hear.
I got my Ohio State.
Frag out. Get
I
some.
don't need you. So we can got the word. Shout out to my niggas on 25th Street. Miss y'all, man. What's good, Mo? How you doing today, though?
Man, I told you, I'm dead serious. Everything's good. My life good, man. I'm like one of those dudes who got great perspective on life.
Good.
Life is great, man.
That's what's up.
Love to see
I
it.
think that's all
What's
of
your
them.
perspective?
Oh, shit. You know, I just been through a lot of shit, man, and life is great. Family's great. Money great. Business great. You know, I get to do this shit every week. You know, get to join y'all. I get a good time, laugh, and I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Life is good.
Yo, Mo, I really don't know. I really don't believe or know, and I could be wrong, that Mason and Stat know really what you went through. Like, one day they gonna have to sit back and really watch the shit. How you're really here today.
Hey, man, try to take us off some sweet jumps, all right?
They don't know that you was on the highway around and shootouts and all type. Like, it was a whole lot. Like, I want to bring up the past because we know. And I think one day they got to dive into it. Mo got the 30 for 30 special, right, Mo? Mo
I
got
know Mo trying to get it in Ohio.
Mo had his own niggas just ain't get 30 for 30s, man. So when Mo is telling you got a great outlook, you like, nigga, you don't know, nigga.
Clear on my side.
I ain't gonna lie, in Ohio, they put niggas away forever. You fuck around, those niggas, they putting you away, man. So I'm happy that you're here too, Mo.
Take a look at that.
Yeah, nah, definitely.
Okay, so let's start with the game. The 49ers beat the Seahawks 36-24 to put them both at a 3-3 record. Maurice, is this how you expected the game to go with the 49ers win?
No, I actually thought that the Seahawks would be victorious at home. You know, a lot of people talk about how hard it is to play in the stadium out there, and you know they were notorious for the 12th man during those years when they had the Legion of Boom, I think their name was. But if I was Geno Smith, man, I would be pissed off. And he can be pissed off at a few things. He can be pissed off at his offensive line because it seemed like my man never got a chance to kind of settle in and comfortable in the pocket to distribute the ball. I would be pissed off at DK Metcalf, my star receiver. There was a few moments. I don't think that if everybody's seen the game during the first quarter. The game started off slow, but there was like a couple moments where Geno Smith had delivered the ball to DK Metcalf, and it was either dropped or he just wasn't aggressive enough to high point the ball, meaning that basically when the ball was up in the air, he aggressively went up to go get it. And when you're a starter, you're expected, like they say, big players make big plays in big games. It's those moments that ignite your team and say, okay, you know, I'm the star player, I'm the diva of the team. You know, I'm going to be the guy that basically gets this thing going. And that's when San Fran took and had their momentum. But if I was Geno Smith, I would be pissed off. They're supposed to have won that game. But shout out to San Fran. They did everything they were supposed to do, and you know, they got the victory.
Stay sharp.
Yeah, if I was the Seahawks, I'd be mad at Mason. That's who I'd be mad at. You know, he had his 73 yards, but not just him, Purdy. I'm ready to say that Purdy is not a game manager. I know Cam Newton said that last year. We got to put some respect on his name. This game, he looked like he was a really good quarterback.
Yeah, Purdy, I honestly, Purdy,
that LT's getting away.
Damn,
that was cold.
Actually leading
no reason to waste around. We good? Shit got close for a second
votes
there.
last year until Lamar Jackson just went up in San Francisco and took that shit from both of them, to be totally honest with you. So, yeah, I think that sometimes people confuse Purdy with a game manager because he's Mr. Irrelevant because of the draft. But he shows signs of greatness from time to time. As far as this game is concerned, the Seahawks running game is really non-existent. They had 52 yards rushing. Geno threw a couple of picks early, but I agree with Mo. His offensive line did not establish shit. That man was under pressure from the first quarter to the fourth quarter. And he still ended up with 312 yards passing. So shout out to Geno, but I did pick Seattle to win this game. Mike Irvin picked San Francisco. I gotta hear this next week. Nobody got time for that shit, to be totally honest with you. Devo, he did a great job, not necessarily rushing, but receiving today. 102 yards receiving, and it was very, very impressive. San Fran finally get their first win in the division, which was crucial. I thought Seattle had a big lead, or not big lead, good momentum, I should say, to stay ahead of these teams. And now you're basically tied for second place.
One of those legal coca farms.
But you have the same record.
Can we get some legal coca here for the altitude?
You guys were a 2-game lead.
Yeah.
And y'all should have tried
You're not
to keep
having
that
any
momentum.
coca.
These are the games you need
You know,
to
first
win.
thing headquarters is going to do when we get back home.
Because when them niggas is 3-0,
But the altitude,
they could be asleep. Now y'all looking like the regular Seattle Seahawks. You know, pre-Legion.
Locked down damn good for a barn.
Back home, all we ever needed for a barn was a padlock.
Marshawn
Barns
Lynch.
back home must not have anything worth stealing.
I'm very
Not worth as much as a couple tons of coca anyway.
I got eyes in the lab over here.
We should get Bowman on the horn before we turn that
If
place
Christian
into
McCaffrey
dust.
comes back in the next 2-3 weeks and he turns this shit around, San Fran will be right where we thought they would be in the beginning of the season.
Good work. And then just to clarify what he said, in NFC West, obviously the 49ers and Seahawks are tied, and then it's the Cardinals, then the Rams.
Transmitting the new location to you now.
Well, they're basically in first place because if
Ping
it's
the
a
chopper's location to the
tiebreaker
rebels so they
between
can
them
take
and
ownership.
Seattle, they just took the lead back in first place when niggas had to jump on San Fran this year, and they don't have all their pieces. And even when they do have all their pieces, everybody isn't necessarily healthy. I don't even think that Kittles is 100% healthy, and he bust their ass last night. Killed them niggas. Don't let San Francisco get healthy. Don't let them get on the same page with each other. And don't let Christian McCaffrey come back as a monster. Because one thing for sure, I remember Christian McCaffrey being hurt when he played in North Carolina, and he didn't rush to come back. Because when he comes back, he came back as a monster, killing. And I think he's one of the players that can play now, but because of his rough style and because of speed, explosion, that he's not going to rush back unless he's totally 100%.
Go on without me. I'm in. Let's go.
No, to that, and typically how those teams do it, they know that they're going to
Fucking hell.
pieces right now to win and beat a lot of these teams, and they know they can just rest him up and they'll go win that championship
officially joining First Take. ESPN reached an agreement with the former NFL MVP to be a commentator. He will make his debut during a live show. After hearing that news,
Everybody hold up, we got hostiles in the air.
I got a narco over here. There, next to the mortar.
Oh, well, congratulations to him for, taking a step and joining. I'm pretty sure Stephen A. had played a role in making that happen. So shouts out to him to, giving dudes opportunity. But at the end of the day, this is, if people can see it's a business play. When you see Cam Newton moving around and he's visiting these campuses, he's visiting these games, and you have all of these, be it brands, for lack of better words, seeing him in this space and sucking up all of the attention from people. I'm pretty sure that somebody had to say, hey man, why not have him join our brand? When you look at his channel, it has over 1.5 million viewers on YouTube. And so at some point, if he's producing all this content, which he has the money to do, and he's going to the same brands that, advertise on ESPN and Fox and everything else, and you're vying for the same advertising dollars, at some point you how about you bring him in the fold with us to not make him a competitor? So this was a good business decision by ESPN to take a competitor out of the market, but at the end of the day, he forced the issue with just producing a bunch of his content, making Funky Fridays and 4th and 1, any other show that he does.
I really like Cam's stuff outside of ESPN. I definitely like the 4th and 1 show. I like the time when he was he did the show with what was that, Pac-Man, and then the other one that he did with the young lady where he was teaching her about love and all that. I thought that was a really good episode. So I do follow him a great deal, and I don't know if I like this. You know what I'm saying? Being objective, because I think they're using Cam Newton for HBCU on an HBC road trip. And I think Cam Newton is an all-around star. He's not someone you put just in the black market. You put him everywhere if you use him.
I don't think, sorry, I have to comment on that. I don't think that he's exclusively just doing the HBCU tour, but they do kick that off at the beginning of the season to go back to
There's
schools and start
over
talking
here,
there.
by the camp
And I
entrance.
think he's continuing on to actually be like a permanent commentator.
Okay, then I stand corrected. I'm saying if it's for HBCU, I don't like that. If it's for ESPN, I love it.
Shout out to Cam Newton. Yeah, he cool. I don't really know him that well. Stephen A. Smith, that's my nigga. That's my guy. Salute to Stephen A. Smith. But I would never go work for niggas who was talking about me. Stephen A. Smith was shitting on Cam Newton for years. Talking about you want to get a job in the NFL, you don't show up on time, you think you're better than the truth. Listen, I wouldn't go work for niggas who talking about me. That's just not me. I don't think he's talking. I'm exaggerating, of course, but once you talk about me crazy, and I'm doing my own thing, you can't buy me. I'm not for sale, man.
I didn't know that.
I got the receipts. I'm on my Shador shit. Shout out to Shador. I said to Shador the other day, yo, listen, I'm not with all that, man. And like I said, both of them my guys, but, it don't even got to be too crazy.
Hey, you got a narco inside the lab.
It could be a little something. I don't need you, nigga. I don't. But listen, I understand the play on Cam's part.
You got a tango with multiple civilians around.
The more eyeballs you get on you, the more it brings to your brand. Now, and we all know that ESPN is the worldwide leader in sports. First Take is the #1 sports show in America. We all understand that. I wouldn't give a fuck. You talk about me, I'm after you. It's you against me. And that's just that. And I'm not saying Stephen A. was malicious. But you said some things.
You know what? Then that mean where I was going originally, I should have stayed.
You got one of those cartel medals here. Some Sicario gonna miss this. You got a lab up here.
I'm having a college flashback. Maybe I can work on my aggressions
That's
against my
exactly
identity.
what I was picking up, I do it, I mean, when it comes down to it, I mean, what we're watching in hip-hop is just a bad time to be siding with niggas,
I'm just not. And like I said, both of them are super cool, but to be more clear about it, because Stephen A. never said nothing about him personally. It's more about football play, and it wasn't derogatory like the way Stephen A. be shitting on Colin Kaepernick.
But it is personal if it costs him not to get a job.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, you know, he gives his opinion. And what Stephen A. is supposed to do.
Yeah.
But I'm just, don't be opinionated on me. Look, we can't really get too much into it, but it was something we supposed to do. We didn't supposed to do it. We was talking about it before the show one day. And like I said, I'm not going to get too into it. And May said, we're going to shout him out. I said, well, you may have said something about you. And you was like, yeah. I said, you take it the wrong way? He said, matter of fact, I did. Fuck him. And that was way worse than what we talked about.
That's it, we're clear.
I don't know what you're talking about. So, but congratulations.
Well, congrats to Cam Newton. Can't wait to see that debut. Moving along, so after kind of hearing that, what do you guys think somebody who's not a former athlete or an entertainer can kind of do to compete in those spaces? Because I think we're seeing a lot of like the same people kind of being the next generation of the sports media space. So Maurice, what do you think somebody who's not any of those can do to even get a chance at something like that?
I think the guys have to partner up. I think some of the younger creators or different creators I see that collaborate inside of a group where they don't have the star power. You have a bunch of people who have good personalities. They're funny. They get together. They joke, or they're very articulate. Very articulate and passionate about describing the sport. I think that's how you can compete against somebody who may be recognizable in a different brand.
On to the next one.
But oftentimes people think of themselves. They think about how they can be the star, but very few times people don't think about collaborating with other people and playing a role to make the vision come to pass. So my suggestion would be to partner up with somebody.
Yeah, I'm in 100% agreement with you. And in addition to partnering up with people, I think like one thing Killer was hinting at earlier is that we gotta stop, selling out to people and selling ourselves to people and believe in ourselves. One of the reasons why we're all here today is because at some point we believed in ourselves. We had to do certain things to get to a certain place, and I mean ethical things, not baby oil things,
Ready,
not
call the
crazy
shot.
things. But we had to really believe in ourselves and do ethical things to be here, and because we did that, that's why we're here. So to do all of that groundwork only to be recognized by somebody and then they just cash you out and then put you under the wing and keep you subject to them, I don't know if I see that as success anymore. When I was young, I probably could look at people that do that as a success. Today, I don't look at that as a success, because when it's all said and done, you're not the person that actually will own anything.
And what's the exact question? How did you phrase that?
Yeah, so basically, like a lot of these people getting those newer positions in the sports media spaces are entertainers, ex-athletes, or people who kind of already have a following. So what can somebody who's not in any of those positions kind of do to compete with those people who are getting those?
You gotta build your brand. That's just the way the world is right now. I tell like new artists this all the time when it comes to music. When it comes to music, these days they're not building artists from the ground up. Those days are over. You could come in a room and be the best singer in the world, or one of the best rappers in the world, or best entertainers in the world, and the first thing that a record label is gonna say to you is, how many YouTube subscribers do you have? How many Facebook friends do you have? How many Instagram followers do you have? How many Twitter, X, whatever followers do you have? And they want to see what you on TikTok, what you've already built, so they can already jump on top of it, pause, and make you to a bigger star. Now, what I tell, and I'll get back to athletes and what you're talking about in a second, I just want to stay on the music. And what I tell artists all the time is this: you have to build your own thing up, because trying to go get a record deal today is not 1992. It was a big deal. Now you have an outlet with social media, the internet, so on, and all these tools. I wish I had these tools that you guys got to promote your own shit. And I know a lot of it, you may want to look like you got the best car or the best jewelry, the best money, and it may not be financially realistic for you. But go opposite. Go the grimiest nigga. Go DOS effects, nigga. Like, you got, it's other ways to market yourself to get where you need to be. That's first and foremost. Secondly, back to what you were just saying. They're snatching them because they don't have to build them up.
Yeah.
They're already somebody. So we're saying, okay, back to Cam Newton, just an example. He got 1 million subscribers. Let's get him here because some of his subscribers will add to the show already. Or if you
Frag out.
Whoever,
I'm here to
I just seen
culeros.
they got Shams, of course. He's on First Take today. So now he's over there, grab his following to make our following bigger. And one hand washes the other. But they're not building nobody from the ground up. You know who builds people from the ground up? Me and Mace. You got Stat out of college. You building her from the ground up. She wasn't.
Tango's near the captain.
It's funny. I'm just saying, like, this is we're the last of these niggas. They going to try and find niggas with followers and Twitter friends and all that shit. If you ain't got that, you're not going to mainstream America. And I'm not saying that could never happen, because, you know, anything's possible. But to answer the question, the best bet is to get you a following, and then it's the vapors. Make them come back and want to fuck with you. But by that time, you may have figured out how to make your own money to where it doesn't make sense to even fuck with them. It's like my man Mac Miller, God bless the day. He used to come to my crib. My mom loved him. He'll come over there, spend the night in our studio, my
the head
crib.
of the miners union in Villa Verde. This guy named Chango. Flat out hates how the
he
cartel
already had a
treats workers here.
following where
Sounds
he
like
was
we have a
on
lot
tour,
in common.
making
Betty'd be happy to lend us a
75,000 a
hand
show,
with fucking up
100,000
their
a show.
Pyro-Loose site
And he
supply
was
chain.
pretty much independent. He was signed with that independent label in Pittsburgh, Wiz Khalifa and them, but the majors wanted him. And he like, Cam, I'm about to make $3 million on tour. Why would I go sign a regular deal? He used to always say, if niggas want me to sign that major, they gotta give me the Michael Jackson deal. He said, give me 35, 40 million, I'll fuck around and fuck with niggas. To go be signed for 2, 3 million, it didn't make financial sense for him to do that. And that's because he built this brand, even though he's with a smaller label, the major labels wanted him. But that's about building a brand. He ain't have no bunch of jewelry or no flashy cars or anything else. Now, he did have the complexion for the connection, but at the end of the day, he grinded out, and he's a workaholic as well. R.I.P. my nigga, man.
I feel like I'm the perfect person to answer this question because, kind of like Cam was explaining earlier, like, and it's just so interesting to think about because I graduated school a year and a half ago. I did
We'll leave a
audition
marker so the rebels
for
can
this
pick up
role.
the
I was
supplies
working
later.
behind the scenes doing content and stuff like that. And then when the opportunity came to be on camera, I felt like that was a spot that I had to earn because, you know, like, it's like, okay, this girl's in college. Like, is she going to be able to really do this? Like, can she sit up here and talk with us? Does she know what she's talking about? But even prior to that, like, I had been hustling all through college. I didn't just go to class and go home. I went to class, I had 3 internships, I would go to the studio, I would help with topics, I would film, I would go back in the morning, do our school's like TV network, like I was just doing the most, but I believed in myself. Then when the opportunity came, you know, a lot of things come your way and you just have to be ready for it. I remember the day Mace, you missed your flight one day, and the day Cam asked me, he was like, do you want to come on the desk and debate with me? I was scared as hell, but I was like, sure, because you gotta be ready. You can't, what's the exact quote you said? You're like, you can't get ready, you gotta stay ready. So I had a dress in my trunk from when I was doing room TV at school, put on the dress, gone on the desk with Cam, we debated, and then from there, you know, we've been going on ever since. And even telling my parents, like, yeah, we're about to move cross country and about to move, work on the show. Obviously, like, the perspective of your daughter being in school and then she's saying that she's about to move cross country with 2 rappers, it's like, huh? I was like, that's literally what happened. That's literally what happened. And they're like, what? And I was like, yeah, we're about to do a sports show.
Yo, we got hostile. I got eyes on a bunch of Sicarios. Close to that stack of tires.
Like, I have to graduate tomorrow. And then I got to move cross country in 2 weeks. And like, I was taking flights every day. Like, it was a very interesting perspective for me, and I wouldn't change it for the world. But behind the scenes, I just don't think people realize how much work I had to do for myself. It's not like I just came up here and just started talking. Like, 4 years prior, when I first got on campus, I was doing work, and I've always been that person. And then just making sure that I'm getting better every single day, because that's how you can be the best version of yourself. So it looks difficult because you see all these people with followings. last year I only had 6,000 followers. You really got to believe in yourself, work on yourself, and do what you got to do to be prepared when that stage comes. So that would be my best advice. But don't give up and don't think that the traditional route still isn't there, because it is. But it does help if you hustle and put in the work. So that would be my advice. It was a lot, and it was a lot that is still going on, but it's super dope to be up here. So I wouldn't change it for the world. So that'd be my advice.
Oh yeah, we're happy to have you up here, and you've done a spectacular job. And also, with all that being said, I want to give a shout out to my man Kevin Spencer in Miami. He was producing the show in Miami, who actually found you before anybody else. And we were scouting out a few people, but he actually
called the rebels for reinforcements.
So I okayed it, but I just want to tell him thank you for taking the time.
Like, y'all all believed in me, and I would not be here if I didn't get that opportunity or that chance. I probably would have been your local news reporter and still been happy, but like, this is definitely more than I could have ever imagined. So believe in yourself, doing your work, sure.
Drake and Future concerts and all that shit.
Cross country.
No, I would have been reporting live from San Antonio, Texas. I am your reporter.
There's a lot of shit that comes along with this job that we just don't talk about. A lot of little perks, man. Yeah, man.
A lot of people you meet, a lot of connections.
Yeah. So we're happy to have you.
So yeah, that would be my advice. Okay, so moving along, Kendrick Perkins started a new company called Millie. It's offering college and high school athletes upfront money, up to several $100,000 in exchange for a portion of their NIL earnings. The portion can be anywhere from 10 to 50%. Experts are saying the deals resemble high-interest loans and could be taking advantage of players. So there's a lot of mixed reviews on this new company. Maurice, what do you think of this idea? Do you think it's good, or does it kind of make you raise some eyebrows?
Demo is primed and in place.
I'm indifferent about it, and I think it has more to do with who's spearheading it more than anything. And I'll pause that. But Kendrick Perkins basically connected with a guy, looks like he either a venture capitalist or somebody from Wall Street, and they're essentially taking a gamble on kids' futures, and they're saying, hey man, I can give you an advance of some sort to secure yourself financially.
Move there.
But there's no guarantee that, you know, this guy's going to go out there and be successful, be it a football player, basketball player, hockey player, whatever. And it's really no different in the record business. You know what I'm saying? If you give somebody an advance and you don't know what their music is going to do, you can hope that they have the environment. You can hope that
before that thing blows.
And all of the stuff that requires you to be a star and stay focused on doing it.
Frag out. Get some.
Get the hell out of there.
Weapons free. Weapons free.
Mark, just say the word.
Frag out.
Man down. Just hold on to your shit. Man down.
Like this, it's easy to critique him because he doesn't have a finance background. And whoever wrote the article knew that, so they put him out front instead of putting the company in front to try to diminish what it is that they're doing. But the only people who do this stuff to diminish the brand are people who are scared that these efforts will disrupt their NIL efforts, and they won't basically, they'll have to go through Kendrick Perkins and his person to basically do deals with these kids.
I would like to say this, it feels, but just by reading it, it feels like a Ponzi. For some reason, I can't say it is a Ponzi, but it's definitely giving Ponzi vibes. I mean, whenever you put a guy out front, like you said, Kendrick Perkins, right? And I know I'm gonna get probably some flack for this, but this is where I'm at my best when I'm saying really what I believe. He's not, for them to just put his name there says that they're protecting other people. I don't like deals where they put one person out front and they hide the rest of the people, because that means if something goes wrong, everything falls on Kendrick Perkins. That's the other side of what you're saying. Your side that you're making mention of, Mo, is absolutely correct. But also, when you're giving people up front money, it makes it look like anytime when black people are giving somebody some money, it makes it look like they're doing something illegal. It just feels like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, the whole saying that the white ice is colder, you know, it just gives that kind of vibe. And I don't have all my thoughts together, but something is fishy about this. It's just in my gut. Pause.
Let's roll. So conceptually, so how do you feel conceptually about And I'm asking it because I think this is relevant to people who've been in the music business. Somebody gives you an advance for something, and then sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And so for the person who's giving the money, I don't want to say that they're predatory because you really don't know. You try to make a guess. I'm pretty sure y'all either had artists that y'all have invested in that you didn't recoup the money off of. So, like, I'm not mad at him for it. It's not, he hasn't created the business model. This is a business model that somebody took elsewhere and said, let's use it for athletes. Just conceptually, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, that's why I said it gives me Ponzi vibes. I'm not saying it gives Cam Ponzi vibes, but it gives me Ponzi vibes from the simple fact that if you were really interested in helping the young guys, then you would probably go into management with them or go into agency with them. But the mere fact that you're giving them money is like loan shark. You know, you get what I'm saying? Like, you're giving them a certain money to get a certain amount back. And even though it's good business, when it's all said and done, a lot of kids are going to be are going to miss out on a lot going through this portal.
I have no knowledge on this topic. I'm going to just give my pure opinion, and I think we all just know what we read or what we heard. To me, this just seems like crude business if they're doing the business the way I would assume they're doing business. I have no idea on how this business is going to be ran. But if this was me doing this business, to me it would be like this. You already know who you're going to get. So let's say this company that Kendrick Perkins is with got Cadillac, got Tide, got Subways, got Nike, got whoever. Exactly. If you already know this and you be like, yo, we're going to give you this money, but we want 50% of your NIL deal. So it boils down to math. Let's say you advance them $10,000, but you get 50% of what they do. But they know they got $200,000 for you from,
Drone is
like I
airborne.
said, Subways, just using the name. So
another tango.
you do the math.
Tango number 3. Marking
Now
the
it's
captain.
down to
Marking a hostile.
$190,000 for
Close to some
50%
locals.
of $190,000. So they spent $10,000 to make $85,000. That's what I would do if I was this company that Kendrick Perkins is talking about, because it's just simple math. You need this now, and we're gonna get you more, but they not knowing. It's
Getting in
almost
position.
like, and no disrespect,
Moving to a good sight line.
it's like
One.
YouTube.
Let me get in position.
We're happy with the
I've got the
YouTube
target.
money. How
Got the
much
target.
they YouTube really make?
Say the word, boss. Enemy down.
You don't know.
Okay, we're still
And
good.
niggas is happy with it, so they don't ask.
This is giving me bad publishing deal vibes right here. This is exactly what it feels like, Mo.
We're clear over here. God, these
I got
fuckers
eyes
are
on a
slow.
weapons case.
Yeah, like, we're gonna give you this.
You know what a 360 is?
Hey, come on.
I might use this rifle I found.
360, a 360 deal when they give you money, you don't get no more money.
No more money, right?
You take everything.
I
Nigga,
got you.
the
Yeah,
two
I got
furry come give you $20 is mine.
I thought they still get something, a couple dollars. Nothing. You said they get nothing.
360 because you take a big advance.
Right.
So you be like, you live off that.
So it's
everything.
even worse then.
Yeah.
A 360 is worse.
I
This
got
ain't that bad if they still gonna get
I
a
got you.
percentage off the NIL.
Predatory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, to me, it's math.
Killer, that's what Snappy's saying. If you can do it, it's one of those, if you can do it.
Listen, this is what I'll say, and this is just my opinion. And it may be popular, so people may see it my way, some people may not. But signing bad deals in the 80s, 90s, even early 2000s, cool. We didn't have fathers and shit around, and parents, and you know what I'm saying?
Or the internet.
Or the internet. And every guy I know is a great father, great parents, everything. Y'all can't just be jumping out the window to say yes to everything. Look over shit. You know what I'm saying? I remember signing my publishing away, not all of it, 50% of it, because I didn't get a new car with my deal and I needed the 600 Benz. My accountant Horace said, "What are you doing?" I said, "You don't live where I live. I got to pull up." I ain't have no guidance. I needed the 600. 20 years old with the wide body, 600, that mattered. I would never advise anybody to do that. I would never let my son do no shit like that. But we in different times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And we really respect Kendrick Perkins up here.
Absolutely,
and we love him as a person. So that's what I was really speaking from the concern of that. I wouldn't want somebody to put him out front on something that's gonna come back with a lot of bad press.
I got my publishing back too, just for those who.
Yeah.
I had to threaten niggas and all type of shit.
Yeah, because when kids start struggling, all the struggle reports are gonna go to Kendrick Perkins.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And you
Absolutely.
don't want that.
Yeah, so and Kendrick's my man, so I actually hope it works out. I hope that it goes well. Because one thing that you did mention, Mo, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, and I never put that into perspective with NIL, is that a lot of these kids may not go pro, so this may be the most money that they're gonna make in their life as far as sports is concerned. You may have a kid right now playing for a school making $50,000 a year and end up, if you do 4 years, $200,000 a year, and then end up having to be a bus driver because his career didn't work out. Now, hopefully you're not at college for 4 years to be a bus driver, but you just never know. I remember I went to school, and I won't say the person's name, a kid we used to play against in high school, and we ended up going to the same junior college. And he left my junior college and ended up going to the University of Minnesota. Really good guard, big guard too at the time, but he did really well in junior college. Then he did decent at the University of Minnesota. Now I remember I was coming back and I landed in LaGuardia Airport, and this was probably like 4 years after he graduated. And he was fat, and he was the nigga that tell you need a cab. Wait 1 second, you go to that cab. And you like, damn, bro, this nigga graduated, went to school. I know you wish he would have got a couple dollars in fucking college to at least put away or invest in something. So that was a great point you made a few weeks ago or last week or whatever it was, Mo. This may be the most money these people ever see on sports. So Mace made a great point. I don't want Kendrick Perkins to be the front runner and something go wrong, so we're wishing it well and hope it does well.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go to break. When we return, Maurice, did you have another point? Go for it.
No, I just wanted to add, just for sometimes just people just being educated on it. Starting next year,
Buckle
you'll
up,
have all of these colleges, the football teams, they'll be able to share $27 million between kids. So if you're on the football team and your school is generating revenue, like at Ohio State, they're divvying up $27 million in these TV contracts, right? And I was going to tell y'all, the hate comes from for kids.
Well, they're driving away. Black truck's getting away.
These collectives are basically
Christ almighty.
Who try to do something they're doing. So what actually happened was, you had these people fund Kendrick Perkins. That's why they're basically being hit this people job, and then fund these people trying to compete against these collectives. That's the hate is coming. This is a point of information you have. You'll have more kids getting more money.
Escort car has been destroyed.
$27 million plus all its NIL money.
Yeah, the more y'all speak, the more I really don't like it. Because what I'm hearing, honestly, what I'm hearing is this, that some
Let's go ahead and loot the truck. We're clear.
Sitting back, and they're getting a pool of money to send a black guy in there to rob the black kids. That's always the
Tom
way.
Gear's in good
We
shape.
gotta stop
We'll
being
pass
that
on the
person.
location of the truck to the rebels.
Okay, we're gonna go to break. When we return, we will discuss Devontae Adams. Don't go anywhere.
Looks like they're feeling froggy.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She's out of here and I don't know. What's happening in you? Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it, wanna be free. Why am I in this woman way free? Hell, I don't wanna see her walk away. I wish somebody told me the rules.
Welcome back. Now let's get into our underdog picks of the day. On Sunday, the Jaguars will play the Bears. Underdog has Trevor Lawrence at 232.5 passing yards. Do you have a higher or lower base?
What did you say again?
Jaguars versus Bears. Trevor Lawrence, 232.5 passing yards.
We're good to go.
You're going low.
What's your fucking problem? You just hit a civilian.
You saw with Lawrence anyway. He's still playing?
All that money.
Jacksonville, I had the right to say this. Is he still playing?
They won. They won a game. Caleb Williams been there. I don't know if he's in the picks, but I'm going to go lower as well.
Okay. Caleb Williams, 239.5 passing yards.
Boom. We're entering a province called Espiritu Santo.
We get better week after week after week.
Religious propaganda. Key to that is a woman
Underdog
named
wouldn't even have
Lasantera,
his number this
the
high if he wasn't
self-proclaimed
doing
Santa
this
Muerte
doing well.
priest.
I'm going to go higher, actually, man. I think he found a little river, man.
Yeah, I'm going to go higher as well.
I wouldn't put him up there with Jalen yet, the Commanders, but... Jaden, my bad.
All good.
Appreciate that. Beautiful.
With thousands of loyal followers. That witch has an uncanny ability to turn men with guns into fanatics.
That has been flooded in all my
Narcos have been in Santa Muerte for decades, but most worshippers aren't cartels.
I told you this on the radar last week.
Got an angle on changing the mind of a fanatic.
I like what I'm seeing,
You're gonna need to dig for intel. Find out how to take down Lasantera in a way that will demoralize Sicario and turn the regular folk away from the cartel. When she loses her congregation, bring that witch to
I'm
me.
gonna go higher.
Bowman out.
DeAndre Swift's at 57.5 rushing yards. Do you have him higher or lower?
Higher.
Who?
DeAndre Swift.
How many?
57.5 rushing yards.
Lower.
Okay, if you guys like these picks, remember you always get a free pick if you're not already on Underdog. So make sure to support the show, sign up, and you can make your picks too. We're joined back by analyst Maurice Claret. So we know Davante Adams has informed the Raiders he would like to be traded. What team do you guys believe would benefit the most from having him, Maurice?
Well, the obvious one would be Kansas City, but if I had to pick one, and they are our rival, and that's your team stat, but I would love to see him go to the Steelers. And the reason being is that I sort of like all of these problematic players. Excuse me, he ended up getting a bad rap elsewhere. And I know he was with a black coach out in Las Vegas, but somehow or another, like, dudes have a different reverence for Mike Tomlin. So I would love to see him go to be a Steelers wide receiver. It's no knocks at George Pickens, but I don't think George Pickens is suited to be the number one target. And I'm just talking about from an experience and maturity level. I think that if you put, Davante Adams over there in a Steelers uniform, that you just may have a different result and get more production out of it.
I like the Steelers as one choice. One choice. The Chiefs is another one. I know before we talked about the Saints with Derek Carr, right? And then we talked about the Jets and playing again with another person he played with is Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers could use him. But I want to think about another scenario. What do you think if he was on the Commanders? Do they now become like a real contender with him at the Commanders? Because that's where I would want to see him play at.
Drone is up. Mark the target. Watch the
I
background.
like Cam, but I can see if he's
I've
there,
got eyes on the captain. Got eyes on
Jaden
the
just
tango.
continues to
Got a
do
lot
what
of
he's doing
background.
now. He's a phenomenal player, but just like anything else, you have to get in the right system, the right coach, and somebody who motivates you to go out there and, be great.
I think, personally, the Jets. And we could sit here and name
Check
100
your targets.
teams.
We got civilians in the air, civilians in the air. Oh, hell, watch your
I
targets.
would love to have it. But if we're looking at the standards as of right now, that's why I believe the Jets got rid of their coach. They said, look, we're leading the division. Look, we're in second place. Let's nip this in the bud and see what we can get done now.